Before we get to the meat of this video, where I'm talking about what to bring inside, you know, the Go Tour Unova LA event and stuff like that, what not to bring and stuff like that, remember, there are 2 in-person events this year. So if y'all want me to do a new Taipei one, let me know in the comment section below. I will do a new Taipei one and have it out for you guys by Friday. So if y'all want me to do a new Taipei one, I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff, but just in case y'all want me to do one for New Taipei, let me know in the comment section below. I will look up the FAQ for them, and then we can go from there. Alright, so with all that said, let's get on with the video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's the boy True Inferno. Today's date is Tuesday, February the 11th. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's get on with this video. Check this out. Okay, so we are now on the Pokemon Go Tour Los Angeles page. So let's go ahead and scroll down here real quick. So they talk about the whole plan your trip to LA. Here's the entry policy. We're going to cover that later. Parking, we're going to cover that later as well. Booking a hotel, stuff like that. And they talk about how to get there. Now, some of the stuff here is different from last year. So, for example, last year on this page, they only had 2 entrances to get in. Now it's 3. Now, going to the actual event, the lines was long as heck on that first day, because it was a 2-day event last year. So the lines was long as heck last year on the first day. But the second day, they opened up another way to get another entry, and the lines were quicker. So learning from that, they got 3 entries raised into the area. Now here's where things get different though. Another thing that's different about this one. So check this out. Please note that your ticket purchase designates your starting time, date, and habitat at Rose Bowl Stadium. You will not be able to play in the stadium or golf course before your assigned time and date. You must have a ticket in order to access the venue and gameplay. So the part that we want to focus on is the habitat. So that's interesting, because check out the gates. So you can go to gate A or G, which is recommended for autumn masquerade and summer vacation. Now, if you have winter cavings or spring soiree, then you want to go to gate K. So that's interesting. Now, there's more info on that later on, but we'll get more to it when the time comes. Now let's talk about how to get there. Again, like I said last year, please do not go there straight from the airport, aka LAX. Do not do that, because you're looking at like at least a 50-minute drive. So please don't do that. Please, please, please do not do that. So there's that. They talk about Ubers and Lyfts. So yeah, that is an option. And then they're going to drop you off and pick you up at Lot H, which is not near any of these gates. Maybe near gate G. But yeah, there's that. And then they talk about the metro. Now last year there was a bus that was in Pasadena that was designated to drop people off at the stadium, and if I remember correctly, pick people up from the stadium as well. However, here's where things different. They don't mention anything about that bus. They do mention the metro stuff that you can take from downtown Los Angeles to Pasadena, which I'll be honest, I'm not sure how ideal that is, because that's a bit of a raise. So I don't know how bit of an idea that is. I would probably say, if you haven't, well, at this point it's probably too late. You already got a place to stay, stuff like that. So if you're staying in Pasadena, then yeah, you probably better off trying to find a bus to the stadium from Pasadena, as opposed to trying to get the bus or a metro from Los Angeles. So keep that in mind. You can also bike and, you know, take wheel devices like a scooter there as well, but you cannot bring them in the stadium. So I just want to let you know about that. Now, they talk about where to park. Obviously, you know, you can pay for parking. There's a link that you can click on to do that. And then check this. Okay, this is interesting. Paid parking purchased before arrival is $34. But if you want to pay when you're there, it's $35. I'm like, a $1 discount to pay in advance? Lame. That's stupid. And then if you have a limo for some odd reason, or RV, then that's $80. Now they also talk about ADA parking, so there's that. And then there's no RV parking, so that would not be allowed at the stadium. Now they talk about like where to buy tickets, so we don't really need to worry about that rather. Actually, now think about it, I don't recall if any of the days are sold out. I think Saturday's sold out, but I don't recall off the top of my head. Now, let's talk about let's talk about this right here. Which habitat should I select when purchasing a ticket? When you purchase your ticket, you will select which habitat you'd like to start your day in. Don't worry, you'll be able to visit all 4 habitats during your event day. This choice will not have any permanent impacts on your gameplay. A map of the venue that indicates the location of each habitat will be available closer to the event. And then they talk about how to check in. And here's another thing that's different. We're going to go to the second paragraph. Before entering the stadium, trainers will need to show their in-game ticket to staff members on site to receive a wristband. Once trainers receive a wristband, they will continue in line to pass through a security check and enter the stadium or golf course. Gameplay will begin automatically 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, the wristband thing is new. They did not do this last year, so this is completely new. Then they talk about the chaperone policy, which is, okay, standard. And then they talk about exit and re-entry. So yeah, you can re-enter the event on your ticketed day. So keep that in mind, and you keep that in mind, right? And you need to go through a security scan again. So there's that. And then talk about health and safety. You can read that on your own accord. Where you get lost. This part right here. What items are not allowed in the park? Now we're gonna talk about the items that are allowed in the park. Now the same stuff listed here is the same stuff that was listed last year. So standard school size backpacks, strollers that cannot be stored in the aisle or under a seat, and are not permitted on the Rose Bowl Stadium field, because you will be on the field, by the way. Binoculars, blankets, sheets, and towels. I'll talk more about those three things later. Cameras, and I'll talk more about that later as well. Basic point and shoot consumer grade cameras, sealed sunscreen, no aerosol containers, factory sealed bottles of water or empty reusable water bottles. Free water bottle filling stations or free water filling stations are available on site. So there's that. And then let's talk about the things that are prohibited. So obviously animals, but they got a pet and service animal policy, so you can refer to that. Now, the prohibited list, they actually organized it, unlike last year where it was all over the place. Some of the stuff they named twice, and it was a mess. But now they organized it. So check this out. I always talk about the animals. Sports and play equipment. So balls, toys, or sports equipment. Skates, skateboards, hoverboards, or bicycles. Again, you can bicycle there, but you can't bring it inside the stadium nor the golf course. Scooters, same thing with that. Wagons, carts, including red wagons. I don't see the difference between a regular wagon and a red wagon, but whatever. Or any personal motorized vehicles, not including assistant devices, by the way. Then there's water guns or squirt guns, obviously. Now, banners, signs, poles, flags. See, they did it again. Look, they mentioned banners twice. Totems or sticks. So the fact that they mentioned banners twice is hilarious. That's number one. Number two, like I said last year, going back to this part, you use a blanket, you use a sheet, and you could even use a towel, depending on how big the towel is, which are allowed in the park, by the way, to make these banners, to make these flags. So I'm like, again, that made no sense. But whatever. Now, beverage containers larger than 32 ounce or 1 liter, factory sealed plastic bottles, and empty reusable bottles allowed, limit 2 per person, by the way. Cans, glass bottles, glass containers, or alcoholic beverages are not allowed. Coolers of any kind, exceptions may be made for medical use. So outside of those exceptions, everything that I mentioned there is not allowed in. Obviously, drones or any other remote flying devices are not allowed in. Smoking is prohibited at the Rose Bowl Stadium, both indoors and outdoors. And okay, so they got like a Pasadena law about this. Smoking or vaping or any form of cannabis products are not allowed anywhere in a licensed premises. And then they talk about, okay, alcohol and drugs. So obviously they mentioned vaping of cannabis. Now they saying cigarettes, e-cigs, or vaping devices, none of that is allowed at all, whether there's cannabis in there or not. So now I'm like, bro, y'all mentioned this twice, right? What's this about? They also got illegal and illicit substance of any kind, drugs or drug paraphernalia is not allowed, obviously. And then they mentioned alcoholic beverages again. So, oh wait, actually in this case, consumption of it isn't allowed except in designated areas. And I wonder, where would that be at? Moving on. It's prohibited to consume alcoholic beverages on roadways, parking lots, playgrounds, swimming pools, athletic fields, tennis courts, community centers, and at youth events without prior approval of the Director of Parks and Recreation or designee. And basically no alcohol allowed. Don't bring any. Firearms and weapons, don't bring any, pretty much. Food and cooking, outside food, with the exception of those with medical dietary restrictions, and preparation or cooking of food on site is not allowed. This part right here. So again, if you are a YouTuber and you're not working directly with Niantic, this one is for you. Unauthorized cameras with lenses longer than 3.5 inches, interchangeable or telephoto lenses, unauthorized video cameras and equipment, camera accessories such as selfie sticks, tripods, monopods, GoPro, mounts, and attachments or other commercial equipment, professional audio recording equipment, professional grade radios or walkie-talkies. Okay, so let's get this part out the way real quick. So that last bulletin, the radios and walkie-talkies, no, don't bring that in. Now, professional audio recording equipment. So that's more along the lines of like, if you had a whole like a boom stick or something like that, something that's like really big that you would normally see like at a stadium, at an arena, that would use on a TV show for a commercial. No, don't bring those in. But something like the DJ mic, like a small microphone, you should be straight with that. You should be straight with that. Cameras, accessories. So first of all, selfie sticks, don't bring those. Don't bring those. Monopods, I had to look up what monopods are again because I forgot for last year. Don't bring those as well. GoPro mounts. Now, first of all, you shouldn't be using a GoPro to do YouTube like this anyway. Like this, because this ain't like no extreme sport or anything like that. So that's number one. And then number two, the GoPro mount. I don't know what the GoPro mounts would look like. So, I mean, I would still say don't bring a GoPro, bring another camera, to be honest. And they talk about attachments for the GoPro and other commercial equipment. So again, commercial equipment, again, the stuff that you would see for movies or TV shows, for commercial stuff like that. Unauthorized video cameras and equipment. I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Now this part right here. So cameras with lenses longer than 3.5 inches, interchangeable lenses right here. So that's, even though they talk about something like, oh, like some of the Sonys are like, what's they call it up here? They call it the basic point and shoot consumer grade cameras. So like some of the Sonys and stuff like that. But those lenses, however, are interchangeable. Now, here's how it was last year. Some other YouTubers who was, again, not working with Niantic directly, they were able to bring that stuff in. Others, they had to like, I guess, talk and mingle and say, yo, I'm a YouTuber, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So if you are a YouTuber and you want to bring your stuff in, again, don't bring in 2-3 lenses, just bring one lens, have it in, lens cap, have it attached to the camera. And please, hopefully your camera isn't like super big or anything like that. And then don't have a really big tripod or anything like that either. And if possible, you could probably go without, I don't know about going without the tripod, but you can do that. But at the same time, what I will say is this: do not attach your tripod to your camera. Have your camera separate from your tripod. So keep that in mind, keep that in mind. And then if security give you a hard time about it, just say, I don't know what others said in terms of how they got this stuff in, but I'ma just guess and say, yo, just say that you're a YouTuber and you got a YouTube channel and stuff like that, blah, blah. And then you should be fine. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you can try that, see how that goes. Okay, moving on. Large items, boxes or wrap packages. Large backpack, no frames or camping gear. Stadium seat cushions with metal frames. So you can bring a cushion in as long as you don't have metal frames. Is that what I'm hearing? But then again, hold up. Umbrellas, I'll get more on that in a second. And chairs of any kind. I guess that pretty much eliminate that. So I don't know what's up with the metal frame part, but yeah, there's that. Now, umbrellas. So here's the thing. Remember, this is under the category known as large items. So don't bring a large umbrella. Bring one in that can fit in your school size backpack. You should be straight with that. So even if it rains, you should be straight with that. So there's that. So don't worry about umbrellas, because last year they just said umbrellas and they didn't classify what type of umbrellas. So in this case, they're talking about a large umbrella. So like, again, anything that cannot fit in a school backpack, don't bring it. Noise and music. Noise makers, including thundersticks, musical instruments, whistles, air horns, and boomboxes. Excessively loud music from internal or internal vehicle speakers, or portable radios defined as music at a level that annoys other park users or neighbors. Okay, so that's obvious. Not to mention there's gonna be music playing throughout the entire park, so no need. Tent structures, so tents, canopies, how you pronounce that joint, or shade structures of any kind. Hammocks, anything that requires being affixed to park features, obviously. And then to talk about unauthorized, or this is interesting, unlicensed vendors, unauthorized solicitation and materials including handbills, flyers, stickers, giveaways, samples, etc. Sale or bartering of goods/services, food and or beverages without prior approval of the Director of Parks and Recreation or designee. Now, a certain somebody will be at the event. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Actually, 2 people may be there that are known for like selling pins and stuff like that. So I don't recall what they did last year. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle it this year. And then we got miscellaneous, where they talk about again the aerosol containers, including sunscreen and personal beauty products. That was mentioned already. Helium balloons, laser pointers, fires other than those, and designated picnic stoves, grills, braziers, or fire pits. So there you go with that. And then they talk about accessibilities and accommodations and all that stuff. Merchandise, yes, that will be there. Guest services and all this other stuff. Now, what you do with my trash, food and beverages, others, and all that stuff. Okay, so there you go with that. And it don't say here, but I want to say anyway for kicks and giggles. Please be aware of your surroundings, blah blah, sign the Pokemon Go team. So there you have it. So that's pretty much everything that they have on their FAQ page right there that we covered. Now, the one thing that I will suggest you bring is this. Now, I know that apparently Niantic talked to the whoever owned the Rose Bowl Stadium, whoever owned the golf course. I'm assuming that's the same group or the same person, and I'm pretty sure they talked to the city of Pasadena and the city of Los Angeles, and they basically got the okay to have the event. So what am I talking about? But despite that, I would still say bring a mask, because even though the fires may be contained, the fires may be gone, but that air, I know it's a week away. The event is like, actually, it's like a week and a half away, but what's that air gonna be like? I don't know. So play safe and bring a mask. If the air is bad, at least you got your mask. So I would say bring a mask with you. So there you go with that. So my question for you guys is this: who I'm going to see at Go Tour? I would be there. I would be at the park at all 3 days. So there you go with that. Now, if you reached this part of the video, leave in the comment section below. Hollywood. If you reach this point of the video, leave in the comment section below Hollywood. And at the very end, you should see 2 cards. One of them will be something that YouTube recommends, while the other one will be the last video that I put out, which was the news about March Community Day. So make sure you check that out. I'm gonna call it a wrap now. So with all that said, y'all know this boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.
Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it.
After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank 'em with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show 'em that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.